In November of 2014, I posted this video to my channel.
This video because I wanted to talk about something that's really close to my heart, and that is the subject of personal learning. Alright, I read a statistic somewhere that about 70% of people after they finish school do not read a book.
That was the first video I posted to this channel. And at the time I posted it, I had no idea what posting videos to YouTube or writing blog posts would do for my life and for the life of my family. Ever since I nervously uploaded that video to YouTube in 2014, I have been able to speak at conferences both physically and virtually. I started a freelance business that ended up helping my family tremendously when I unceremoniously lost my job in 2018. It's allowed me to sell digital products, and through this channel, companies have found me and emailed me about doing brand sponsorships, and I've actually gotten paid to talk about companies. So even though I know there's so much more room for growth and improvement, I'm here to tell you that there is power, there is amazing power in creating the brand of you and using that as a way to build a business online. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. Hey the bosses, G Nontra here. If this is our first time meeting, you are welcome. On this channel, I love to talk about how to make money online using your writing. And so whether that's through blogging or through freelance writing or through self-publishing, as these are all paths that I have explored myself, and I love to talk about the journey. Now, it is not too late in 2021 for you to start building a personal brand that you can leverage to build a business. It's absolutely not too late, but it is a little different now. Like I shared with you, I started back in 2014. I was still in grad school. I had just had a baby. There was so much going on there. There wasn't as, I feel like the competition was still there, but there wasn't as much competition as there is now. But there is still room for you to start building your brand today. And I'm going to share with you 3 critical steps to help you do that. So most of the time when you hear people talk about building your personal brand, the first thing they tell you is to pick a niche. And yes, I agree with that information. But here's what I'll add to that. I'll say pick a niche and make it yours. Pick a niche and make it yours. So there are a lot of people that do the same thing I'm doing here on YouTube. There are a lot of people that are doing the thing that you want to do here on YouTube. But the thing that is going to get people coming to you, watching your videos time and again, is when you take that niche or you take that topic and you make it yours. So for instance, there are people that have told me that my glasses actually is what reminds them of me. So when they see my pinkish, purplish glasses, it makes them think of me. And when you're building the brand of you, when you're building a personal brand online, you want people to remember you. You want your content and what you bring to the table to be so unique that people are like, wow, I like the way she does that. Now, there are a few ways that you can do this. One of the ways that you can make a niche unique is by combining topics. So most of the time somebody will have like a faith channel, or they'll have a food channel, or they'll have a beauty channel. But you could take 2 topics, right? You could decide that you want to talk about faith and food, and whilst you're cooking your food, you're also going to be talking about some faith related topic. So you can differentiate yourself from all the other food creators out there by being the person that cooks and talks about their faith whilst they're cooking. That's one way that you can begin to make a particular niche or topic yours. Another way to make a topic yours is to bring your very own personality into it. Okay, so most of the time when people watch my videos, they tell me that, wow, G, you get straight to the point. And that's because I'm a very straight to the point person. I don't like wasting time. When I'm chatting with people, I don't want them to waste time with like little pleasantries. I find that that to be a waste of time. Like, get out with this already, right? So when I'm doing videos, I love to get to the point, and a lot of people actually comment on that on my videos sometimes, that wow, you got to the point really quickly. Another thing is that I wear these purplish pink glasses. They kind of become like a part of my personality, like I was saying earlier on, and so people sort of know me for that. People also know me for like my loud lipstick. Today I'm not wearing any, but you know, loud lipstick that pops off my face. Sometimes it may or may not look that great, but these are all things about my personality that I bring to my YouTube channel, and people have connected with that. So another way you can make a niche or topic yours is really to inject your personality. If you're an over-the-top extrovert, I want to see you being that over the top extrovert. And here's the reason why you want to make sure you're authentic with who you are with your content. The reason why you want to do that is because there's some people that are going to be completely repelled by the fact that you are an over the top extrovert. There's some people that hate my loud lipstick, that don't like my pink glasses, and may not like the fact that I get to the point with my videos. And that is okay. But there's some people that love it. Those people that love it will stick with you and will become your brand ambassadors. You want people who will become super fans of you and the work that you're doing and how you're serving them with your particular topic. So don't be afraid to inject your personality into your content. And then the third way to make a topic yours is really to find a section of that niche that has been underserved. So in every niche and with every topic, there's something that people are not talking about. For instance, recently I realized that people are not talking about a particular subject, or there are not a lot of people that talk about a particular subject in my niche. And I've decided to begin talking about that in 2021 as I'm running my own experiments with that particular section of the niche, right? And so when you see that there's a section of your niche, or there is a topic in your niche that is underserved, that is not covered as much, you can be that person that begins to talk about that. And then because other people don't really talk about that, right, that same audience that is always looking for that information, right, is going to come find you. And as they come to find you for talking about a topic that not many people cover, you can build your audience that way. Second step really is to then begin creating your content. Now, I know that this is hard to believe, but all of us started at zero. I started this channel at 0 subscribers. I started my Instagram at 0 followers. Everything I've ever started, I had 0 of anybody following me. But over time, that has grown. And that's because I started, right? And so when you get started, I know that it can feel like I'm posting videos for nobody, but it is important for you to get started and start posting content and start doing it consistently. You may think that nobody is watching, but there are people watching. There are people that have told me about videos I posted years and years ago that I'm like, wow, you were watching then? Back then, I didn't think anybody was watching my videos, right? And so it's absolutely important for you to realize that there are people that will be watching for you to be creating consistent content. And so be consistent with it, and don't worry that 3 people have engaged with it, or 5 people or 6 people have engaged with it. When you're beginning, it's like that. Just keep going. Now, having said that, a question that typically comes across is, okay, but if I am getting started and I have nobody, what content should I create? And my answer to that question has to do with what I said earlier. For instance, if you are treating a topic or touching on a topic that is not really covered within the niche or topic that you are going to cover, then you already have topics to talk about. So I want you to sit down and make a list of 10 different pieces of content you could create to begin with, whether that's blog posts, whether that's your podcast, whether that's videos, Instagram, whatever. You should sit down down and think about 10 ideas that you can start creating immediately. Once you have those 10 ideas, then create content on them. And then I would say that, for instance, if it's a blog, put 3 blog posts out, and now you have 7 in the backlog that you can begin to release every week. If it's Instagram, you decide to post 3 times a week. Well, if you created 10 pieces of content, that is almost 3 weeks of content that you have already created. So you really want to sit down also and think about, okay, I want to treat this topic, and these are the 10 content ideas. If you're going to be touching on a topic that other people have covered, right, but it's not quite unique in the sense that I described earlier, but you're going to be injecting your personality, you're going to be doing it in a different way, like I said earlier. Another way that you can begin to find content ideas is to see within your niche and just observe, right? Who are the top performers in your niche and what pieces of content have done well for them. If it's done well for them, it's likely, not always, but it's very likely that it will do well for you too. The only thing that's going to be different here is don't go and copy theirs. Be inspired by it and then create your own. Now, as you begin to create content and people begin to watch, listen, read, and fall in love with you, they're going to begin to ask you questions. They're going to start leaving comments. And I want you to pay attention to those comments, to those questions, to those concerns, even complaints that people bring up. Because guess what? That is going to be, number one, a catapult for you to create even more content. But it's also going to begin to give you ideas to create things like digital products, which moves into the third point about monetization that I'll talk about very soon. Now, you want to make sure that you're really listening to your audience, because the more in tune you are with your audience, the more likely you are to create content that continues to resonate with them, that continues to make them lovers of you, and which ultimately develops them as people that will become your super fans and begin to share you with other people, right? So it's absolutely important for you to pay attention to what they're saying, to what they're commenting on, to some, like I said, to some of the complaints. Now, don't get too caught up in negative comments though, because no matter what you do, there's 1 or 2 people that will definitely try to leave comments to make your day sour. Please don't pay those people any mind. Pay attention to the genuine comments. Pay attention to the real questions. Pay attention to even the criticisms that are given in good faith. Sometimes those are hard to tell, but there are some criticisms that are given in good faith. Take those and use those to make your content better, and also use those as ideas to create digital products that you can begin to sell to your audience. The next step, of course, is monetization. So usually when you hear monetization, you may tend to think about being monetized on YouTube. But being monetized on YouTube is just one way to be monetized in the world. There's so many ways for you to be monetized. It's a great way to be monetized, but there's so many ways. And one of the great ways for you to do that, like I was saying earlier, was digital products. So this is where you create ebooks, you create checklists, you create printables, you create code cards, whatever it is. You create it, it's digital, people can purchase it, and you get money. So if you check out this video here where I talked about Gumroad and using that to sell ebooks, ebooks are not the only thing that you can sell on Gumroad. You can sell any kind of digital product on Gumroad, including videos, audios, whatever it is, as long as it's digital and it can be delivered in a file format to the person that purchases it, you can sell it on Gumroad. So you can check out this video after this one. The second way you can start making money is through affiliate products, okay? Affiliate money is great. And the thing with affiliate money is that you can create a piece of content once, and if you do a good job of optimizing it for search, if you're here on YouTube or on your blogging, or even if you have a podcast, is that people are going to see that link or hear about that link multiple times. They're going to engage that link. And what happens is, essentially with affiliate marketing, there's a company, they want to sell their product. You act almost like a middleman and you recommend these products to individuals. And if those people are compelled by your message or by your content to go ahead and click through and buy, then they're going to go ahead click through and then purchase that. And when they do, the company says thank you for sending that customer right through your link by paying you an affiliate commission. So here's my affiliate plug for today is I use Scribed as a tool to listen to unlimited audiobooks and read unlimited ebooks. And you can try Scribed free for 60 days. When you use the link in my bio, you get to read ebooks or listen to audiobooks for free for 60 days on Scribed. And I get 30 days as a thank you, which is great for me because I love my audiobooks. Okay, so check out Scribe in the description below. And if you've been following me on this channel for any length of time, you know how much I love my freelance business. And I started a freelance business on the back of my blog and YouTube channel. Using my blog and YouTube channel, I was able to start managing social media for clients. I later moved on to freelance writing and made more money there as well. But all of these tools, this personal brand I was building was very helpful in helping me land those freelance gigs. And so your personal brand and your contents can be a springboard for starting a freelance business that pays you very well. And I've been so grateful to have had a freelance business for the last 5 years or so that has paid me very well, that has served me very well in the time, especially in a time when I did need it. You can also leverage your personal brand to do coaching and consulting. If you're already good at something, you're good at Photoshop, you're good at photography, you're good at videography, you're good at any of these things, you can actually package your expertise as a coaching service and coach other people to do the same thing you're doing. Or you could consult with people, consult with companies even, and give them your insights. With consulting, you're not necessarily teaching somebody how to do something, but you are giving them guidance and showing them. I mean, coaching is guidance too, but consulting and coaching usually I use in the same sentence, but they're slightly different. With consulting, you're giving your expertise and giving your opinion. With coaching, you are directly showing somebody how to do something. And that's how I always think about coaching and consulting. But nonetheless, you can package your expertise or your knowledge into coaching and consulting and sell that. I sell coaching on my website, and I sell coaching specifically for people that want to write their first nonfiction book, as well as individuals that want to become freelance writers. And I've gotten people to pay me to do that. The personal brand can also allow you to do brand deals. I have never really been in the brand deal game, but I have had companies reach out to me, because you can do the other way. You can actually reach out to companies. I've usually had companies reach out to me to say, hey, can you talk about this and we'll pay you this much? And that can be actually really good money as well, especially when you begin to build an engaged audience. A lot of the time people think that in order to score a brand deal, they need to have such a huge audience and 1 million followers and so on. But the truth is that as long as you have an engaged audience, you have a regular audience. And also, here's the deal. If you use search, if you leverage search engines, both as a blogger and as a YouTube creator, which both depend heavily on the search algorithms of Google, you will find that a piece of content you create today lives on for a really long time because of search. Okay, so the companies are actually not just paying you for creating that video, but they're also paying you for the longevity of that piece of content, which will continuously sell their product and services for years after you've created that piece of content and forgotten about it. Okay, so this is where I tell people, don't be afraid to charge a good price for a sponsored post or a sponsored video, because you're not just a video creator, you're actually giving them advertising space on your platform for years. So charge what you're worth. And yes, even though we are in the middle of a pandemic, it is still possible for you to get paid for speaking. Now, it's a little different because now most speaking engagements are going to be virtual until we can go back into the real world and have conferences again. But there are paid speaking opportunities that you can get, and you can base that off of your personal brand as well. So as you can see, Building your personal brand is so powerful and can lead to so many income streams. And if you've been thinking about doing that in 2021, I want to encourage you to go for it. You can do it. It is possible. The most important thing is don't give up on yourself.